anything, anybody? Thumbs up. That hall light is off. We turn the hall light on. Yes, no, maybe. I don't see anything. I don't imagine anyone's here. Well, there's not. I don't see any comments. All right, we good? 5 by 5. Air Force salute. I guess it doesn't need to be, but. Oh, we have 5 by 5. Menachem. Hey, can you hear me? Give me a thumbs up, thumbs down. We're still working. I called the combub in. We're good. Menachem says we're good. All right. All right.
Such ghetto production. I'm so sorry.
I'm finally on time. You're on time because we're late. Menachem, that's what happened. All right. I think we're set. Might be a little wonky, but we're good. All right, Jake Awesome. What's up, Jake? I replied to you today. Did you see that? Okay. We're still getting it together, everyone. Thanks for hanging out. Not sure what happened. Captions are unavailable. Oh, that's captions. We want comments.
Oh, hallelujah.
What? Oh, she got it. I got to be Oscar Mike soon. I'll listen in my pocket. Semper Fi My Friend. Thanks for being here, brother. Check us out. Yes, technical difficulties. And, there's a chain of command. It is my fault. I'll take all the blame. That's a way of saying, we finally got it together. All right, Wednesday night. SF.
Backwards again.
We're backwards. No, not in the screen. That's correct. My shirt is backwards, but the flag is. Isn't it usually over?
No.
Oh. That's because you got the phone backwards.
You're backwards.
All right. Tokyo is morning. Tokyo, welcome, Tokyo. I can't see that. So you're going to have to help me with comments. Very original zebra. Yeah, I just said the punchline before I read the joke. Gutierrez, is that what that says? 5 by 5. Carl Green, what's up, brother? Flag always faces forward. So again, I think we're reversed again, right? Yes, this is. Who cares? Let's roll. Adapt and overcome. Let's go. SFMF Live Wednesday night. Welcome, everybody. Admin note right up front. What do they call that? When people talk housekeeping. Some housekeeping notes. We will not be on Sunday. We won't be here Sunday. Yeah, we're barely even on right now. So no live Sunday, no live next Wednesday. We're going to be traveling. Darn, I might miss the Super Bowl. And then the next one is Wednesday. So we will be on a week from Sunday, 2/16, February 16th. Next time we'll be live. We will be traveling, try and get some shorts out. We'll try and get something to you. Members, keep your eye out. We might have some behind the scenes, some travel little clips, because it's always fun when we travel all together in one vehicle and stay together. So members, you might see some funny stuff coming up, but we will try to keep you posted on the next time we'll be live. But I'm telling you right now, no Sunday. So enjoy the Super Bowl commercials. It's the only good thing about the Super Bowl anymore. A week from Sunday. It is Wednesday night now. And still no comments, so you're going to have to help me out, production team, with the comments. Please don't let me miss anything. Once again, thank you to our members. I don't know what the members count is, and you generous ones that have purchasing memberships for other people. That is very cool. We'd like to, and let me know somebody if stacking's on. Doc, I see you, brother. Brian Brown. Yeah, I can see most of you. Not a whole lot. All right. I see the producer says thank you to, again, Matt. No worries. We will kick it. Membership is open. It's been a couple weeks. I think, I don't know how many members we have, but appreciate your support on that. We are still in the production phase of membership, but it's very, very cool. Love how you can purchase memberships for people. Hopefully that creates more of you, right? That's what makes it so great. All of you, appreciate your support. Memberships now, one tier, $199 a month. You get your icon, the star, your name changes to green. You're going to get previews. The members got a preview of the unboxing of the A&C Metal Works Semper Fi My Friend plaque. It's amazing. Absolutely love it. It's not up yet, and it's a good thing because our camera's backwards, but it's going to be up soon. It's this one. We want to have a great background for it, like just make it pop even more. The colors on that thing is amazing. The craftsmanship on that thing is amazing, truly amazing. Absolutely love it. Here's the best part, ANCmetalworks.com. That's where you can go check it out. It's our very own Michael Laycook that's on our channel as well. Laycookie is what we call him. Grew up together in the Marine Corps. Laycookie is the craftsman of the flag that you see back there and the A&C Metal Works SFMF plaque you just saw. Here's what Laycookie is offering to all of you, our viewers, our crew, our team, our Patriots, everyone on this channel. If you order from ancmetalworks.com and mention SFMF, Mike Laycook will give you 10% off right off the bat. Check it out. ancmetalworks.com. Amazing, just craftsmanship. It's awesome. So, ancmetalworks.com. Check it out. Array of stuff. The Semper Fi My Friends is new, right? That was a custom job. Lay Cookie, appreciate that. Mention SFMF and he will give you 10% off. Better known business, American made products, American made by an American, and a Marine. URAH. Semper Fi, Mike. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Amazing work you do. Awesome. Hopefully we'll see more. I already want to order something else, and I'll get with you offline about that. But I definitely have some other products in mind. Love it. Absolutely love it. Shipping was great. I didn't even talk about that. The shipping was great. Those of you that saw the unboxing of it, and now it's open to the public. So if you haven't seen it, the short, please go check that out. Beautifully packed, beautifully wrapped. No damage, no chips, not a single problem with it. Awesome job all the way around. Very exciting. And the memberships, again, those are one tier so far. We're going to work on other tiers. We're going to end up, I don't know, we're going to probably go with 3 and just continue to add to that. All right. A couple things we want to talk about today. It is February 5th, 2/5. There's a community post on that, 2/5 for 2/5. And in case there's some that don't know, 2/5 is 2nd Battalion, 5th Marine Regiment. 2nd Battalion, 5th Marines, or just 2/5. That's how the Marine Corps names their units. And they're a West Coast regiment and division. 1st Marine Division, 2nd Battalion, 5th Marine Regiment, 1st Marine Division. They do organize them by, so 3rd Marines is overseas Hawaii and Okinawa, 3rd Marine Division. That's where, again, I was part of 3-3. 3rd Battalion, 3rd Marines, 1-3, 2-3, 3-3. All part of the 3rd Marine Regiment, all part of the 3rd Marine Division. East Coast, 2nd Marines. So again, it's organized. We don't need to go into all that detail, but just know that 2/5 is 2nd Battalion, 5th Marines. It is a battalion-sized element. When they're in garrison, right, back in the rear, not on deployment, there's probably about 800 or 900 Marines in that battalion, in an average battalion, depending on location, time of war, peacetime, needs of the Corps, about 800 or 900 Marines. Once you receive orders that you are going to combat, that's when they start beefing up that battalion. And it can go anywhere from 1,300, 1,400 to about 1,550, 1,600 Marines, depending on your mission, depending on the availability of the Corps. Because what they add to that battalion, so you have a battalion of 4 companies, line companies or rifle companies. And 2-5 was Echo Fox Golf India, right? Letter companies, line companies, rifle companies. There'll be a weapons company. That's all your mortars, your machine guns, your assault men. That's a different company. It's called weapons company. It doesn't have an alphabetical letter to it. And then your headquarters. Your headquarters company is, or in a company, you have a headquarters platoon. Headquarters is your admin, your corpsman, the adjutant, right? Comm guys, which could use a comm guy here earlier. That's your headquarters platoon if you're in a company, or a headquarters company if you're in a battalion size element. So when I was with 2-5, I was in Golf Company 2-5. So company, Golf Company, 2nd Battalion, 5th Marines. And if I haven't said it before, 2nd Battalion, 5th Marines, the most decorated battalion in the Marine Corps ever. We have a black card on here, and again, I can't see any comments right now, so I'm not ignoring anyone. I just can't see the comments. If they come up, I'll address them. But here's what 2nd Battalion, 5th Marines is, and I think I have told the story before about when I got orders to 2-5. I was a boot first sergeant, right? Had been a first sergeant, but probably only a couple months, but I was frocked to first sergeant, so I did an entire year in the motor T maintenance company. So I was learning how to be a first sergeant in that motor T maintenance company. A couple stories I want to tell on that. I had, as a new first sergeant, frocked, I wasn't even getting paid yet, had about 4 master sergeants in that same company who were all senior to me, time in service and time in grade. Even had a master guns in that company, which again was very unique. I'm an E8, a first sergeant, but I'm the senior enlisted commander to a senior enlisted advisor to the commander. So technically, the master guns fell under my administrative duties. And luckily, in that master guns sergeant major short, did very well, because I think that's a confusion for a lot of non-Marines, and even young Marines don't understand the 2 paths, which we've talked about many times. So got orders to 2-5, going to the infantry as a combat engineer, as a drill instructor. My background was pretty good. Been to combat a couple of times already, but this is going into the most decorated infantry battalion in the Marine Corps. So a little anxiety, a little nervousness, a little freaking motivation. I was ready to go. Couldn't wait. Asked for these orders. So I do the right thing and I call ahead to the division sergeant major. That's where I made a little mistake. I shouldn't have went right to the division sergeant major. Should have went to the battalion. Right. It's okay. It happens. He was generous enough not to chew my butt. From California, I was in Okinawa. And I'll get there. That was a great leadership experience for me. One of my mentors, that sergeant major there, because in my old unit, leaving, I said, look, I'm going to 2-5. He was an infantryman as well. How do I go in? I told the story before. I go in kicking in doors and show him I'm the new sheriff in town. I'm ready to. He says, stop, slow down, relax. Is that what you've done all these years? Pretend to be something you're not? I said, no. He said, well, then why would you do it now? So leadership tip for anyone listening, anyone that applies to, be yourself. That's what got you to where you are, where you were, where you're going. So going to 2-5, and the first deployment a couple of months after I got there was on a MEU, the 31st MEU. Very interesting to be the ground side, the infantry side of a MEU. Not a whole lot of fans in the air wing section of it. Not a whole lot of, oh God, here we go with the grunts. Different mission. Navy's got to do their job. Navy busting their butt, making sure we get to where we need to be on time. On that MEU, we went to Guam, spent a lot of time in Guam, Korea, Thailand, Singapore. Very cool MEU. Loved everything about being on it. Wasn't sure where we were going. It was right in the middle of Afghanistan, so any moment we were waiting to turn left and get over there. Never did. However, we did end up in, I see you, Doc. Oh, now I can see it. Yes. Yes. Yeah, I know. I appreciate it. Doc, thank you very much, brother. Semper Fi. URAH. And I thought there was one other underneath it, and hopefully it'll come up in a minute. And I try not to look back and forth each time, but it's good. So we go on the MEU. A lot of things happened on that MEU. 6 months. We were stationed out of Okinawa. Loved being right back in Okinawa. Still had friends there because I just left. Just left 3rd Material Readiness Battalion. Got orders to 2-5. Went from Okinawa to California. Got on the MEU. We went right back to Okinawa. Family wasn't too happy with it because they missed Okinawa already. It was awesome. Being back, still had friends there. So I was able to get a card from a buddy because, again, I still knew everybody in Okinawa. It's over Christmas. We were there over Christmas, New Year's. Spent a lot of time on Guam, but primarily in Okinawa. Great MEU. Learned a lot. Learned a lot as a first sergeant. Get back. Our next deployment is to Iraq. Again, very motivated to go to combat with the most highly decorated battalion in the Marine Corps. I think that still holds true today. Anybody know? Somebody fact check me. I'm not sure. And we had a black card on here, and again, I can't see the comments, so I'm not sure if nope. So we'll see. Again, I'm asking the producer to help me out with comments. So long story short, my time with 2nd Battalion, 5th Marines was amazing. On our second deployment, we were deployed. We got back right before the Marine Corps ball. And you know what Marines do at least 6 months before the Marine Corps ball? Fundraising, car washes, bake sales, anything and everything you can do to help the cost of the ball. They're always expensive. Here's how powerful the 1st Marine Division Association is. 1st Marine Division Association paid for our entire ball, 1,500 Marines. They didn't just pay for the ball, they paid for the ball in Vegas at the MGM Grand Hotel. We just, of course, had to get our own transportation, pay for our own rooms. Did they have company rooms? I don't remember that. I think we just had to pay for our transportation. Amazing ball. I don't even know how much it cost. Wasn't worried about it. We didn't have to do a single fundraiser. A crew of those guys came to the ball with us. Absolutely amazing. It was a phenomenal Marine Corps ball celebration right after combat in true Marine fashion. So cheers to 2-5. 2nd Battalion, 5th Marines. Again, definitely a warm spot in my heart. I'll never forget my time with those infantrymen ever. Sergeant Stacking just gave 5 memberships. Awesome. Thanks, Stack. Appreciate you, brother. Again, I can see the big colors pop up. Awesome. Membership. So again, those of you new to the channel, we did open up the membership, I think 2 weeks now. I don't know how many members we have, but generous people right there, just like Sergeant Stacking just purchased 5 memberships. So those go, YouTube randomly selects those. Not sure how. We assumed it was someone who comments a lot or someone who's on the channel a lot. I'm guessing it's for subscribers. Not too sure. We're kind of still feeling that out, but it's great. Somebody even commented, I'm not in the military. I just got gifted this membership. Very cool. Glad to be here. And of course, we're glad to have you. It's very awesome. Love every part of it. We're really liking the membership. option on the channel. So it's working out pretty good. I do see a lot of comments. Again, I can't read them from here, but welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome. We didn't do a roll call. I did ask what everyone was drinking in the first 2 takes we tried, but let's hear it. Put in the comments what you're drinking. You know I'm drinking some hot coffee, enjoying it. Still not decaf. I haven't committed to decaf yet. Maybe, just maybe. Maybe after this weekend. It's a busy weekend we got coming up. Beer, I can see that. Pizza and beer. Nice, Carl. I like it. Lemon water. I should probably have some of that. Tea. Obviously pre-recorded. Who just? Yeah, we're not pre-recorded. This is live, baby. We are live. How can I prove to you it's live? Show you my watch. Can you see what time it is? We're live. Nothing's pre-recorded. So welcome, whoever said that. Coffee. I see you on there, Ray. What's up, buddy? Tea. It's still not up on the big screen, so I'm doing my best. To milk and chocolate chip cookies. James, I like it. Sounds delicious. Thank you for your service. Thank you. No, there was comments. Randall Knapp. How many did Randall just purchase? It's a big green box. Thank you, brother. Awesome. Crystal Light. Matthew, what's up, buddy? Again, I'm kind of catching them as they come up. I see a lot of green names and a lot of blue stars. So those are all members. Again, those of you who don't know how the membership works, we know you're members because the blue star. 3 months. Once you're a member for 3 months and the color of the star changes. And yes, we're still going to change that star to something, either a hand grenade or maybe right here. Maybe we'll change it to SART. Can we make that?
We'll change it to a boot.
Or a boot, right?
We're gonna vote Saturday.
First one to be a boot for the tier 1 new memberships. Then maybe we'll move up to, what's after boot? Marine, recruit, before boot, shower shoe. Come on, one of some of them nicknames you have. Newbie, Okinawa. I haven't heard that term in a long time. When I first got to Okinawa, we were called newbies. What kind of bee don't fly? A newbie. And the newbie bus would come in, and all the Marines would be yelling out the windows, throwing stuff at the bus. You just knew. We were like, very nice welcome, Marines. Thank you for welcoming us to Okinawa. And then I was just talking to a Marine today about it. The acclimatization. Is that the right word? You have to get acclimatized to Okinawa. So the first 30 days you're there, you had to wear a white t-shirt. Anytime you PT, we wore a white t-shirt. That was so other people can identify, hey, he's new here. It's 1,000 degrees and it's completely humid. So when you're PTing, they know who to keep an eye on. I don't remember doing it for the whole 30 days, but it was embarrassing. All it did was tell the rest of the base that you're a boot. You're new and you just got to the island. Of course, I came with a busload of boots, so we all did it. When I went back as a staff NCO, I don't remember seeing too many white T-shirts. So let each other know in the comments, since I can't see them, do they still do that white T-shirt for PT for the first 30 days in Okinawa, so you can get used to the weather. It is hot. I do remember when I went back, that's when I was at the Staff NCO Academy in the Sergeant's course. We would PT at 4:30 in the morning because of the weather in the summertime. The wintertime, it was still hot and muggy, but it wasn't as hot. That was a normal 5:30 Revly, 6 o'clock PT. But in the summer, 4:30, right phase, double time march. We were getting it early to beat the weather. Loved it. Loved Okinawa. Loved walking out the barracks or out of your house when I went back and hearing the semis, right? That loud buzzing noise of the semis. Loved hearing that. I miss it. Those semis. I haven't seen any semis or heard any semis since I've been back here. All right. So Stacking, Menachem, USMC Vet, Alfred. I see the names. I just can't see all the the comments, Menachem, David Bryant. I remember those Black Flag days, which was almost every day in the summer, right? It's just, you knew it was going to be Black Flag, just a matter of what time, 06 or 07. It was just early in the day. They got it quick. Huh? 11 Bravo, Era. Who up? I see another big green one. Big green weenie. All right. I know you were thinking it. I thought it as soon as I said it. Is that Carl? Carl Green? Gifting some more memberships. This is awesome. We're going to have a bunch of members. Again, hopefully we create warriors to the channel. They get the word out. They check it out, which, by the way, again, remember the post I was talking about last week, Sergeant Major versus Master Gunnery Sergeant short we did over a year ago. 1 million views. 1 million views. Congratulations to all of you. Pretty awesome. 1 million views for a short that we did almost 2 years. I think March will be 2 years. And that's what we wanted to hit, the 1 million before it says 2 years. Still says 1 year ago. Appreciate your support on that. And that's all you. It's your views, your sharing. Tilt which one? This. Oh, is it my seat?
I don't know. But you look like you're leaning. What if that's the camera's back up?
Maybe. How about now? Is that better? All right. I can't see because half of it's blocked anyway. All right. So again, 1 million views. The next highest one I think is about 755,000. Again, that's all you. Appreciate your support. Love every part of this. Love every bit of it. And again, still learning as we grow. So this is great. So appreciate you. Appreciate your support. The unboxing short we just did. What was the other short that we did? While we're traveling, we're going to try and put out some shorts on some random topics. And I haven't written down over there. I'm just kind of saving it to the end. But I'll give you a little tip if you want to hang around and talk with us about it. Know your job. That's it. It's a leadership. I love talking about leadership. Very near and dear to my heart. I've been experiencing a lot of poor leadership recently, so it's on the front of my mind. And this one is know your job, and I'd like to believe it's a little more in depth than just that. But it is. I think it's very important for mission success, right? Mission accomplishment. Not just know your job, know your people's job. That's where it gets deep. We'll talk about that in a minute. Though, again, welcome everybody. I think this is Morales, Danielle, USMC vet. I said hello to you earlier. C-Shop, what's up?
C-Shop's asking if you guys can do or stacking is saying that you and C-Shop should do a collab.
C-Shop 808, Chief Warrant Officer 5. Should we do a collab? Can we do a collab? 100%. We're down. I'm down. I see it says on there. I'm down. I'm down too. Would absolutely love to do it. So let's talk offline. Let's talk offline and make this happen very, very soon. Carl Green, did you do it again? Come on, man. Come on, Carl. Awesome. Man. J-Dub. Huh. What? Look at all them blue stars. Look at all them blue stars and green names. Awesome. Man, you guys, I'm telling you. Humbling. Very humbling. Nick. Stag, I see you. Heck yes. Yeah, let's do it. 100%. We'll talk offline. We'll make this happen soon. Like I'm talking soon. I'm ready. I'm ready right now. Would love to. We need to show that unicorn to the world. There really is Chief Warrant Officer 5s out there.
Did you see the coin David Bryant said?
No, David Bryant.
SFMF have its own challenge coin.
Does SFMF have its own challenge coin?
No, that's something to consider.
David Bryant asked that. Don't pretend like you're writing it down over there because I've been asking for one for a while as well.
If you can call me, then
Huge coin fan. I do love it. I had over 300 coins throughout my career. A couple as the sergeant major, the unit would pay for them from sergeant major, given for excellence. But yes, we definitely do want one for SFMF. I have a couple of different ideas. We just haven't pulled the trigger yet. We haven't been 100%. Yeah, always on the move, always on the move. And we have a huge to-do list, but that's definitely on there. I made one, my own personal one, after I retired, and that's why stacking. I know you're in the coins. We'd like to collab on that as well. But huge fan of the challenge coin, and I didn't realize it. May have told the story before too. I received a couple growing up in Lance Corporal, maybe PFC, and when I got one at Bridgeport as a corporal from the sergeant major there, we did a good. Akio sled, right? We kind of, this one was sliding down the hill, and a couple of Marines went out there and took it all the way back up the hill. And that wasn't nothing extraordinary, but to show his appreciation when we got back down at the bottom of Levitt Trail, he gave us all a coin. There was like four of us, and that's when I realized, man, it really does mean something. They do get watered down, I think. Like when a commander comes or a general comes or a sergeant major comes, just gives everybody one. Kind of loses its power, I think. But who wouldn't want one from the Commandant of the Marine Corps, Sergeant Major of the Marine Corps, Chairman of Joint Chiefs of Staff, although he did come to 2-5 and give our entire golf company a coin. That wasn't watered down. Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, you know what I mean? So just, I think sometimes some people do, they make their coin and they hand it. You don't, I like when Marines earn it. And that's why when I got to 3-3, the battalion coin for the sergeant major said, given for, presented for excellence. And it was cool. It was Sergeant Major Chevron, 3-3 logo. The other side was a shape of Afghanistan. A very cool coin. I didn't hand a lot out, but I changed the verbiage to presented for excellence to presented for combat excellence. And that was when I gave just in combat for combat excellence. So again, I did keep track at one time how many I was giving out because there were some bad SFMF-ers on in 3-3. So I did end up giving out quite a few because of their performance in combat. Very cool. And once again, pretty proud to be their sergeant major, and they brought us all home. Second deployment. So very cool. But thanks, David Bryant, for bringing that back up. We haven't addressed that in a little while, but we definitely do want to have an SFMF coin. I have an idea.
C-Shop said his entire first collection was stolen by TMO.
No way. Whole first collection stolen by TMO. That's heartbreaking. Unreal. Man. Come on, really? What are someone else's coins? Why would you want someone else's coins? You didn't earn any of them. They're not worth a lot of money. It's not the value of them. It's the pride in receiving it and earning it. And remember, I go through I got 2 cigar boxes just full of my coins, and I'll pull them out every now and then. Oh, remember, I got this one. Right, I got one from a chief one time. How cool is that? Right, a master chief. And again, they all have different stories. So, man, how terrible. C-Shop, unreal, crazy. TMO, we did lose a 30-foot bamboo pole one time. That I don't know why we're even TMOing it, producer. Nothing. But we did have a scare with TMO. One time they came to pack us out, and I did have it was a huge 49er fan for a long time. Like crazy, like ridiculous. Looking back now, we wasted a lot of money. So beware. If you get on a kick like that, you're a young Marine family, don't. Save your money because now it's all in storage. But one time we were moving, out of the spot in the time that we were heavy into NFL. A lot of NFL stuff, primarily 49er stuff. I'm talking Joe Montana autograph stuff, helmets, jerseys, tons of jerseys, little figurines, cards, tons of football cards. Obviously, all NFL, but some high value cards, posters, magazines, books. Again, I mean, I don't even remember some of the stuff we had. We had so much stuff. Movers came to pack us out. We were going, I think it was when we were going to Okinawa. Yeah. We were in California, Camp Pendleton, going to Okinawa. And we had been in that house for a while, right? And there was,
we own that.
that was the house we purchased as a sergeant, been in it for 5 years, right? Living in it for us. So we had a lot of stuff. So when they came to pack us out, they brought like 4 crates, and we turned out we needed like 6 crates. We need a lot of crates.
No, they brought have to go to storage.
And that's what it was. Since we were going overseas, yes, she's right. Some was going to storage, some was going to Okinawa with us. 3 loads. If those of you, if you know, when you pack out an express shipment, that's 1 container that goes ahead of you. And going overseas, everything else was, this is going to Okinawa on the slow boat, and this stack of containers is going to storage, which you'll see when you get back. We happen to be gone for 6 years. Here's the scary part. So as they're packing up all my 49er stuff, I was watching them, make sure they didn't damage anything. They double wrapped my 49er helmet with Merton Hanks, Jerry Rice, Steve Young, Tim McDonald. Everybody was on it. Signatures on this 49er helmet. Amazing. At a Pro Bowl. I mean, it wasn't, I didn't buy it like that. Joe Montana's signature was already on it. And then I took it to the Pro Bowl when the Niners had like 18 players that year. They all signed it. Ronnie Lott, come on. I mean, it was my prized possession of all the stuff I had. So I did want to watch them kind of pack it and make sure they weren't mishandling it. Especially when I learned the mover that was packing all that stuff was a Raider fan. You know, you can't trust some Raider fans. So having fun with them, being nice with them so he'd take care of my stuff. Well, at the end of the day, there was 1 container that was half full. And I'm talking those big containers, the big moving containers. So I pack everything in boxes, put it in the container. That container wasn't all the way full. So what they had said was they could not seal it because it wasn't full, and they couldn't ship it like that. So they had to take it back to their warehouse and seal it there, you know, away from us, in their container, in their warehouse, and it was late. It was dark by then. They couldn't seal the container with all my 49er valuable stuff in it. A Raider fan. C-Shop, you see what I'm getting at?
And then we didn't open it first. I know.
Yeah, it's longer than that. So here I am sweating bullets that they went to their warehouse, unloaded all my 49er stuff into their trucks, and took off. And we thought we weren't going to see that load for 3 years. Okinawa, 3-year duty station. We ended up staying in Okinawa an additional 3 years. So that was 3 more years. So 6 years, don't know if I have any 49er stuff. Talking thousands and thousands of dollars worth of. So we go from Okinawa back to Camp Pendleton. And they asked us another 3 years, you know, do you want your storage stuff or do you want to leave it in storage? Well, and we just lived without it for 6 years. So, you know, we'll keep it there. And we didn't have any room for it anyway. By then, we had a whole new house full of stuff.
Yeah, kids.
So we kept it there, kept it in storage. Then we went to Hawaii. Still, keep it in storage, please. There's stuff in there that, again, the kids have all grown. They don't need their clothes, and furniture is outdated. Turned out to be, so when I retired is when they said, all right, you got to take your stuff. Right? It can't sit in storage forever.
Like an additional year.
But I did get an extension on it. So a couple more years, right? Because we weren't ready to receive it yet in Hawaii. This whole time still didn't know what kind of 49er, what amount of 49er gear would still be in there. Again, classic stuff. So 15 years later, retired. They finally delivered to our house. Was it 4 boxes? Still 4 containers full of stuff that's been in storage forever. Start opening them, putting them in the garage. The house was already full, so we just put everything in boxes in the garage. Well, still another few months before we got to open all those boxes. And as far as I know, again, 18 years later, everything was there. Is it? The 49er helmet was there, right? With Jerry Rice, Steve Young, Merton Hanks, Tim McDonald, all them boys, David Bryant. Oh, that's David Bryant here. What was his name? It was David Bryant. Wasn't it on the Niners? Who's the big lineman? David Bryant. Is that you? Are you the David Bryant? 49. All that stuff. So again, still to this day, I don't even know if we've unpacked because and then as soon as I retired, on the move since then. But all that to say, sorry to hear that. C shop, that's terrible. Unreal. Why would someone do that? Man, there's bad people in this world. So coin, that's how we got on that story. We kind of went off the mark a little bit on the coins. But yes, keep an eye out. We got to order, it takes some time. My personal coin that I got after I got out, so when I retired, I was going to make my own, design my own, put it out, found a company that was recommended by someone else, designed it, going back and forth, online. I drew it like on a napkin, what I was thinking about, sent it to him. He did it up on his computer, sent it back, made some changes, put some dates, and just it had to be the perfect coin. This is now I'm paying for it, and this is going to be my personal one that I give to warriors. So it took a long time. Took my time, making sure it was the exact coin that I wanted to represent me. This guy I was working with, we went back and forth a couple of times. Of course, you have to pay. I think I paid half up front, right? And coins aren't cheap, right? I ordered 100. They're not cheap. I don't remember what it was, $1,000, $1,500. And he didn't quite ghost me, but I didn't hear from him in a long time. So, I reached out again. Hey, brother, it's been a couple months. How we looking? Oh, hey, sorry, man. He had some medical issues, personal issues. I said, oh my God, I hope you're okay. Take your time. Make sure you're healthy. A couple more months go by. Say, hey, how's your health? And where are my coins? He was better, had some issues, but he's like, I'm getting right on it. I was just getting ready to reach out to you. Yeah, right. But production back on. They'll be there soon. A couple more months go by. I reach out again and losing patience with him. I said, hey, brother, now it's been 6 months, 8 months. I don't remember the timeline, but where are my coins? He said, well, I had a couple workers quit on me and, I had to do some stuff by myself, but, here's the final product and it's in production. Patience was up. I'm done being patient, done being a nice guy. This time I researched a little more, found out where he was. I think it was North Carolina. Found out where he was, his phone number, his address, and said this: I want my coins or I'm coming to your house. So, yeah, again, I thought I had been patient long enough. Ordered 1,000, paid half. I ordered 100, paid half, about $1,000. Like, so I never told the price. About 2 weeks later, I get my coins. Right, just a little communication. I got 150 coins. He added 50 on there and never asked me for the second half of the payment. So I didn't use that company again, but I am happy with the overall final decision of the owner of that company. And I threw some leadership stuff out at them. Hey, I don't want to hear your problems about your workers. I ordered a product. I paid you money. You gave me a timeline. Is it so wrong of me to expect it on that timeline? And if nothing else, communicate. Tell me things before I got to ask you. That's what upset me the most. And that's what made me almost go to his house. Didn't have to go, receive the coins. I'll never order from him again. I hadn't. And someone even asked me after they saw my coin, like, "Whoa, where'd you get this? I want one just like it." One, get your own coin, make your own design, but also I don't recommend this company. Great work, love the end product, but wasn't worth the back and forth. So maybe one day I'll show it on the show. Love it. Just make sure that the company you're using is reputable. I've ordered a couple since then for different organizations. Again, going the back and forth, seeing it on the screen. If you can find a coin shop where you can go to and see it, because you got to pay for the mold. You can't have them make you one, send it to you. Yep, I like this. Please make 500 of them. You're going out on a whim a little bit. Like, it looks great on the computer. I like it. You pick the size, the shape, the material, the edges, beveled or not, what you want on it. But until you get that coin in your hand, there's one thing I would have done different on mine, but I'm very, very happy with it. So just be wary. So, and that's what's taking us so long with the SFMF coin. It's got to be perfect. And hopefully I don't have to go visit anybody in North Carolina. Well, great question. All right. Where are we at on here? I miss any comments? I missed them all. I do love the interaction with you guys. Dave Ryan played rugby in Okinawa. Football is a girl sport. I'm with you. Rugby is definitely a warrior sport. Played it one time in my life, only just out of opportunity. And this was in Desert Storm, of all places. Went to a rugby tournament in Desert Storm. That's how much kind of downtime we had while we waited 8 months to fight a 4-day war. And none of us knew anything about rugby. There was one or two guys that tried to teach the whole team how to play. And we're a bunch of engineers, tough guys. I went with the 7th Engineers, 7th ESB to Desert Storm. We did have a very good football team, a very good tackle football team in 7th ESB, Engineer Express era. We even played a couple. Did we play junior college, or we played the police department? We were playing after we won the base championship. Then we were trying to move on to, it was supposed to be East Coast, West Coast championship in Hawaii, the All Marine Football Team Championship. That's why I stayed in the Corps as long as I did. A story for another time. I was on the football team, practice every day. ESB, the Engineer Express, we had a good team. Played LA County Sheriff's Department, which were full of beasts. And these guys were dirty. I'm thinking, man, these guys are walking around with guns, and this is how they act on the football field. Very fun, very exciting game. We did beat them 6-12. So they scored one, no extra point. We scored two. It was the most physical game I had ever played in my life. These were some big boys. Remember the kickoff? I was on kickoff. The first hit, I already saw stars, and this guy didn't move. I'm like, this is going to be a very long game. And it was. They cleared their benches a couple times. There was almost a couple fights. They were dirty. We beat them on endurance. I'm to this day, we didn't outplay them. We didn't outsize them. We both had similar plays, a lot of running game, but we were just more physically fit, just being Marines. We definitely out endured them. We just could play longer. Interesting game. So in Desert Storm, we even tried to get our flag football team together. Of course, we're not going to play tackle football. Everyone's seen Jarhead, how they're playing football out there. 2-hand touch, a little bit of tackle. Sure, it happens. We even tried to get a tournament going. And then, of course, the Aussies and all the other countries said, sissy boys, why don't you try rugby? And they put together this rugby tournament in one of the airports stadium somewhere, and we went. We patrolled all the way there. There was a rugby tournament going. I was the stack man or scrum. Was it when you do a scrum? The guy on the bottom. Somebody help me out. I don't know enough about rugby, but I was the guy at the bottom where everyone's surrounding around you, and they're squeezing your head, and you nothing but big thighs all up on you. And you're the first one. That was just as physical as that football game with the LA Police Department, but no pads. That was brutal. We got destroyed. We had no idea what we were doing. We didn't understand the plays and how to score and the strategy. We had no idea about strategy. We thought we just went off sheer Marine brute and strength. We did not. We got embarrassed, but it was fun. And I had wished all these years I did play it a little more, and I did learn the game because they beat us on strategy, of course. So I think we matched size with them, even speed and endurance, but we didn't know how to use all of that to win the match. Very fun though, but it definitely is a man's sport. No pads, no helmets, nothing. Awesome. It was fun. Again, can't. Yeah, still can't make it out over here. All right. Updates. Excuse me. Here goes some updates for you. Cadet Cece, right? She's been on the show, making progress. Have been sharing her journey to get into college. She's a senior in high school. She's in her JROTC unit, Army JROTC. We don't hold that against her. She is the battalion commander of her unit. Second year in the program. She's kicking butt. Very good at drill and the Raider team. She's doing extremely well. She's competed with boys on mixed teams, really just killing it. That has motivated her to want to go to one of the service academies, Naval Academy, West Point, which she has applied to both. Few colleges, Texas A&M, Rice, Vanderbilt. I don't need to name them all, but she's applied to about 12 or 13 colleges and 2 service academies. And if you know, that's a lot of work for a teenager in high school still trying to maintain a 4.0 GPA. So the first obstacle that she had to endure was writing all those essays, answering all those questions. Why do you think you'd be a good candidate for the Corps of Cadets at Texas A&M? What's your biggest leadership challenge? What's an obstacle or hurdle that you've had to overcome? What makes you, why do you want to go here? Just great questions, but a lot of them. And the essays are 500 words. Every college is a little bit different, but they ask basically the same thing. So once you kind of nail that down, those of you who are getting ready to apply to college, you can kind of cut and paste. She didn't use Chat GPT. She used producer eyeballs to help edit it. But it's her. It was her words and her thoughts. And I think by now colleges can recognize that right off the bat. So don't try and game the game. Answer the question. Tell them how you feel. Why do you want to go to that school? What interests you in Rice, University of Houston, Vanderbilt, NC State? Just, I'm looking up the list I see of the Duke, USC, right? What made you apply to USC? And just answer honestly. Obviously, grammatical errors and spelling errors. Have someone check all that. You want it to sound absolutely professional, but don't fluff it up. Don't chat. Don't chat GPT it. Do your own work. And I think that's what has helped her. She received the NROTC scholarship. She even got accepted to Texas A&M. But there's things and schools and different opportunities that she wants to do, and it is a work in progress. And all this time I'm thinking, gosh, she's working so hard. Why does she have time to do her school? She's in JROTC. Why do these colleges make it so difficult? Kind of an easy answer. Those kids that give up, this is too much. do you really want them in your school anyway? Right? So as tough as they make it for these adults, teenagers getting ready to be adults, going to college, and the commitment that it takes. And I'm with it. I understand it, and I would only want the very best as well. So pretty tough. The service academies a little different. Service academies, they're free, right? You don't have to get a loan, student loan. You don't have to apply for a bunch of scholarships. They're free. How you pay for that is your obligated service. I think 5 years is typical. I know Naval Academy is 5 years. I'm not sure about West Point, but you are obligated service, and that's how they get their money out of you, right? That's the payback. And they only take the cream of the crop, right? Their selection rate is a lot lower. Naval Academy had some stats from, I think, 23. They looked at 15,000 applicants, 15,000 applicants trying to get into Naval Academy, and I think they took 4,500. Not don't quote me on the numbers, but very close. 4,500 got accepted out of 15,000. And male to female ratio, obviously, just by sheer volume, there's many more males. I think the female acceptance rate was about 400. So 400 females, I don't know how many applied. Huge. She had her interview with the blue and gold counselor a couple of weeks ago. She's getting ready to have one with the West Point counselor. I don't think they're called counselors. I'm not sure what they're called, but something to, again, help them decide. So they see what she painted her own picture on paper, right, with all the essays and questions answered and sports. Oh, and the physical fitness part. They take a CFA. I don't know what it stands for. You know what the CFA stands for? Conditioning, physical assessment, PFA, CFA, whatever it is. It's the physical fitness test. For the Naval Academy, it was mile run. Yeah, I think it was mile run, pull-ups, crunches,
She said
candidate fitness assessment. Thank you, whoever said that. Candidate. Oh, Annie said it. Annie Banani. Was that the three events? Tell everybody what the three events were. Mile run, pull-ups, and was it crunches? I don't know why I can't remember. That was a CFA for the Naval Academy Marine option. Killed it. She did 10 pull-ups, 11 pull-ups. What was it? How many pull-ups she do? Boom. So I think that's going to help her. I think it definitely will help her. For the West Point application, she did 11 pull-ups, and that one had to be filmed. That's how serious these schools are of taking the right person. Obviously, your GPA, your SATs, all those are important, but places like these service academies are looking for leaders, all around leaders. You can have the highest SAT, the highest GPA in the world. You might not be a good fit for the Navy or Marine Corps. Same with the Army. West Point, I'm sure it's the same way. They want the best, well-rounded individual that they can train to be the best officer that they could possibly have. And a minimum 5 years obligated service after. So very cool. Appreciate you guys sharing this journey with us, because we're learning as well on the process of it, how it works, and it's a lot of work. And here's my recommendation to any students out there: start your junior year. Start at the end of your junior year, I guess, if you want to start looking at applications. You can only, there's windows that you can apply, and there's deadlines. Don't come close to the deadline. Get it in well before the deadline. Again, we're learning kind of the hard way. A couple deadlines up to last minute, stressing us out. But give yourself plenty of time to adjust, because you also have to get letters of recommendations from other people. And nothing worse, especially I would get them as a sergeant major last minute. Oh, sergeant major, can you write me a recommendation letter from applying to Tulane? Absolutely. When does it due? Tomorrow, right? Or 2 days from now. You're going to get that kind of a recommendation letter, something I got to whip up and punch it out real quick. It's not going to be my best work. And applicants, you want that individual's best work. So, and this is what we told Annie Benani. one, do have to work for that individual, right? You're asking a retired general, sir, can you write me a letter of recommendation? Once he or she says yes, I'll send you some details and almost write it out for them. Almost write the letter you want them to submit or bullet points. I prefer the bullet points, and I'm going to write my own, right? Offer your bullet points, but and go deep with it. GPA, what sports you played, what organizations you belong to, what classes you took, AP, your SAT scores, everything and anything that will help that individual. He or she may know you, that's why you're asking them, but stuff that they may not know. They're a family friend, they're a retired Marine, they're a co-worker of your dad's, which is all the letters she got. Co-workers are people that we met after the service. So although they know you as Annie Benani coming to dinner and having a good time and playing and whatever doing together, they need to know academically, mentally. They know you, but they need to know the things that they're not aware of. So give them as much information as absolutely possible. Let that in and say, here you go, sir, ma'am. Appreciate you very much. You should be hearing from the school where you can download your letter of recommendation, answer a few questions. And it says, I receive them often. It says, Schmuckatelli is recommending or requesting your um, letter of recommendation for him to go to this college. Click here to accept. You fill a couple things out. How long have you known them? How did you know them? Were you a teacher, administrator, JROTC instructor? And then download your recommendation letter here. So tell the individual that, sir, you should be receiving an email from UNC. When you receive that, please fill that out and download your letter of recommendation. So you make it easy for them so they, one, want to help you, and they will, because you're not crunch time, you're not last minute. Big O is Big O on here. He's one of our last minute ones and came through like a champ. Appreciate you. But to avoid all that stress, excuse me, on both parties, start early. Start as a junior, freshman year or senior year, that the start August. As soon as you start school, start nailing it. Junior year, yes. End of junior year, find out what kind of questions they ask. Talk to people who have applied. Talk to people that not only applied, got accepted. Get as much information as you possibly can. So when you do apply at some random college, Virginia Tech, as soon as you receive what you have to do and that individual receives, boom, you're on it. You could fill out an application in one night. You might have to take the CFA, PFT, something that's going to take a little while. Or medical as well. The service academies require a medical assessment, DOD-MERBS. Write that down. DOD-MERBS, DOD-MERBS. Make an appointment early out. Find out how long that's good for, though, because it does expire. So don't do that. Again, do that within the correct time window that you'll get that medical assessment done prior to all the deadlines. All right. A little much on that, but just want to let you know again that where she's at. We're waiting. She has one more school she can apply to at the end of this month. Now it's just a waiting game. So we're praying, we're hoping that she gets to her number one choice or number two, either one. Exciting, very exciting times now. A lot of stress that we all went through. Burning the midnight oil. She was up late. Schoolwork, applications. Then we didn't even talk about the nomination letter. The service academies require a nomination letter from a congressman, presidential nomination letter, disabled veterans, honor school. There's a few different categories, but the most common one is a senator or a congressman. So that you have to apply for. Just apply to that senator in your local area, and then he or she has to accept you being interviewed, and still not write you a letter. That's another process that you have to start early and hopefully, God willing, you get accepted. Don't quote me on these numbers either, and maybe someone in the comments knows. I think congressmen, they can write 5 letters, 10 letters, and every state may be different. But you got to imagine how many, when she went to her congressman, had a meeting. We were talking to the guard, waiting. How have a lot of kids been through it? Like, we want to know how many other kids have already done it. We were hoping not a lot. Obviously, he didn't know. He couldn't tell us the actual numbers. But she ended up getting a congressman letter of recommendation, which is a requirement. So it has to be done. There's a couple different avenues and a couple different organizations you can get that letter from. So again, start early. And then last but not least, there's just scholarships that you can apply for. And I don't even know that there's got to be, I'm guessing 1,000 different scholarships you can apply for. You have to search, you have to research, you have to find for your nationality, for left-handed people, for curly-headed people. I don't know. There's some weird scholarship opportunity, 500, 1,000 here, 200 here. Apply for them all. If you get a college that does cost a lot of money, again, and you're not on some kind of free ride, academic, athletics, if you're not on one of those ROTC, then you're going to have to pay for it. Apply, apply, apply. As many scholarships as you possibly can. Check them out. All right. That's my spiel on it. Still don't know all of it, but that's where we're at. A lot of stress. So we're waiting. I'll let her update you when the time comes. Get her back on her. Let her explain it to you. Hopefully I did it justice. Annie Benani, you still listening? How'd I do? I'm getting the look from the producer. They look like you're doing great. Maybe not. Maybe not. All right. Who am I missing? Is McJunk in here? Jared, where's Jared been?
Michael Jones just showed up.
Michael Jones, good to see you, brother. Welcome. Who else? Salty, come on yet? Big O, Lay Cookie.
He did surface last week.
Who else? Jared might be sleeping, or he probably got the early bird special somewhere. Because old people eat early, so that's probably Jared. Salty Saxy's here. Good to see you, brother. Who else? And again, for those of you who are just joining us, I cannot see comments right now. I can kind of see names every now and then. Adam East, Gunnar Sar, I do see a lot of blue stars and a lot of green names, which is great. Those are our members, our membership, which we're still working. We're gonna have some blooper reels. I'm pretty sure we're gonna be traveling together as a family in one vehicle for a couple hours, so you can see that. Yes, I'm gonna be outnumbered, and I'm gonna have them turn the camera on so you can feel my pain. If you ever see me blink twice like that on any of those shorts, send help, please. Annie Benani, Era, Sergeant Major, be back? Is that what you said? You'll be back. Oh, yeah, I'll be back. Good. You're giving the next update, Annie Benani. How about Kimi Cocoa Puffs or USMC Cece? Doc Holiday, I see you, brother. Again, not too. You know which ones appear I can see better are the green names. The members. Seriously, those pop four. David Bryant, Doc Holiday, J Dub, Menachem. Again, the rest, apologies, but I can't see the comments right now. House cleaning. Remember, no live till 2/1. Does that say 2/1?
2-1. That was like 3 days.
I know. Look at your board.
2/16.
Oh, I can't see the 6. The 6 is yes. Feel my pain. The next live will be 2/16, February 16th. No live next Sunday. Super Bowl. Again, couldn't really care less which one of those teams win this Super Bowl. You know how my relationship with the NFL right now. Still a little mad at them, but especially now, I couldn't care less about either team. Go Eagles! I will say that though. And we'll be traveling, so we'll be on the road anyway. Maybe when we stop for dinner, we'll check it out, get an update. Sergeant Stacking, J Dub, Randall. Again, I can only see the green names right now. Adam East. I do see that one from USMC Vet. Go Philly. All right, that's all I can really see though. We are traveling out west for the next like 4 or 5 days. Yeah, we'll be back. We'll be back next week. Back in the studio next week around Wednesday, Thursday. So that's why we're not. We may or may not be back to do Wednesday. So 1 week from today, maybe. Keep an eye on the community post. No, we won't be back. Oh yeah, yeah. So no Wednesday, no Wednesday for sure. But community post. Those of you. Yeah, we'll do a couple Popeyes, and maybe even stop at Popeyes, my favorite chicken restaurant. Do a couple Popeyes and see how everyone's doing. But we will be traveling. Community post. So the producer allowed me, didn't help me, but she allowed me to post my first community post all by myself. So the last community post was all me. Little ghetto, no pictures, not a lot of fluff yet because I'm just learning. I only use the emoji just to have some color in it, and that's why I put the American flag just to dress it up a little bit. She just says she's trying to work herself out of a job. So if she were to train me properly, put a little effort into it, she did like your parents do, throw you in the pool and say figure out how to swim. So that was all me. Check out the community post. It's just words, but I'm gonna figure it out. I try to post a picture on there. I won't tell you what happened because she's listening. So no, I don't make you do my work. This is a team, right? There's no I in team. We're together. There's an M and an E, but there's no I. So we work together on it. She's just so much better at it, right? Again, how you did as a kid, right? Or how I do laundry. I just messed the laundry up a couple times. Just stop it. Don't do any laundry ever again. You know that trick. You don't wash the dishes, right? Just stop doing them. Not really. I do my fair share. Ray, I see a big 1775 Marine Corps. What's up, Ray? Good to see you. Yeah, I don't know which one I can see better. So yes, check the community posts, please, when you get a chance. That's probably what we're going to rely on for the next week and a half, just to keep going. A couple shorts here and there. And so the know your job. Again, I didn't get around to making that post, but currently situations just brought me to that. I'm always thinking leadership. Always, I know we all are. Well, not all of us, clearly, because this is one that really struck home with me is sometimes people get thrust into positions that they may or may not be ready for. Probably a lot of times. And I'm not talking DEI, that's a whole different political subject that we're not going to talk about, but on a level, it is DEI. Not race or gender or whatever, but sometimes somebody gets thrust into a position. So it's that individual's responsibility. Remember, leadership is action, not position. So it's action. So if you're put into that leadership position and you don't know your job, learn it. Okay? Seems easy enough. Put some time and effort into it. Learn it, study it, but it doesn't stop there. You can know that job and get by. You need to know your unit's job, your individual's job, your section's job, whatever your organization that you're in, your department. You have to not only know your job, you have to know their job so you can best support them in their job, because overall, mission success is number one. And a couple of things. If you find yourself in a position where you can't learn their job or you don't want to learn their job, you don't want to get better at your job, take off. Time to go. Find something that you absolutely love to do and you're doing it out of passion, not for a paycheck, not for something to do. Passion, purely passion. I see a big green box. So that's Carl Green again, brother. Awesome. Is there 5 more? 5 more members, man. You're awesome, Carl. Appreciate you. Thank you very much. And I do see some new green names on here. Something Explorer, Anthony Wayne. Again, I apologize. I can't see them all. Awesome. Thank you, Carl Green. Appreciate you, brother. How are we looking on time, by the way? So again, knowing your job is one thing. Knowing your department's job is just as important or more important than just knowing your job. Because if you know their job, it will help you with your job. And how do you get to know their job? Read about it, look at manuals, look at SOPs, if there happens to be one, look at a turnover file, if there happens to be one. But if there's not, it's that face-to-face interaction in every single one of those shops. So you got 4 different shops. You want to know what your employees do on a day-to-day basis so you can better support them. And it's not like the undercover boss, you and pretend like you're one of them. No, talk to them and find out, spend some time with them. 48 hours, 24 hours. Find out exactly what they do and then get feedback from them. Yeah, notice this is what you do every morning. Does that routine work for you? Right? How can I, as your leader who was thrust into this position, probably not ready for it, but I still want to make sure you can accomplish your mission. What can I do to better support your mission? At the end of the day, we have the same mission. How can I help you? So know your job and know your employee's job. And then I've talked about this all the time. Get their feedback. Get their feedback because you'll start to learn the area. You know what you want to see. You know what the end product is, what you want. But how can you get to that overall end product if you don't get feedback from the people who it directly affects? Check this out. I'm going to make a decision. I want this to be run this way in my shop, right? I want to do something every Friday so my whole department can be together and accomplish this mission. I have ideas what I picture it as and what I think it should be like. And I'm the boss, so I can just say, here's what we're doing on Fridays. Simple. They're going to have to follow me because I'm their boss. But is that okay with you? Do you want them to just follow you? What?
Richard Bridges just gave you 20 memberships.
Richard? Say the name again?
Richard Bridges.
Richard Bridges just gifted 20 memberships. Brother, thank you very much. Wow. That is awesome. 20 membership. We should be seeing a whole lot of the green names very soon. Awesome, brother. God bless you. Thank you very much. Very generous. This is the community that we wanted to be in right here. Awesome. Wow, that's great. Man, I see Carl Green because you wrote in all caps. You're yelling it, Carl Green. I like it. Support your local owned veteran business, right? Or veteran owned businesses. Awesome. Thank you. Man, you guys are amazing. Again, truly, truly amazing. Very, very humbling. Can't see that, J Dub. I see you have a question on it. I can't see it. Again, with the leadership, I want to believe, I truly believe, I know in my heart of hearts, it's leadership 101. A couple easy leadership, lead by example, right? In the military, if you're going to run, if you're going to expect your Marines to be able to run 5 miles, boots and utes with the rifles, you got to be in front leading the way, right? If you're going to expect them to do well on Marine Corps knowledge, you have to know that knowledge and study with them, discuss it with them, teach them by example. So know what you're talking about. Don't be that guy with your hands in your pockets and say, get your hands out of your pockets. Lead by example. Be present. How about that? Just let alone. I told you about the LSD. Checked into a unit, that same sergeant major that sent me to 2-5. He told me as soon as I got to that unit, don't get hooked on LSD. I was like, come on, Sergeant Major, we don't do drugs. LSD, the large steel desk. They don't make steel desks anymore like they used to. That was a term they used back then. LSD, don't get hooked on LSD. LSD, large steel desk. Get out from behind your desk. Right? I had a boss that just sat behind his desk. Leadership by text. Remember we just talked about that? Leadership by text. This is what I want the boys to do. This is what I want you guys to do. This is what. Get out of your desk. Get out of your office. Your office should be empty. Man, he's never in his office. Yeah, because he's with his department. He's with his organization. He's leading from the front. The last place you should be is in your office. I go in the evening, end of the day, once everyone settled down, close a business, whenever that may be. Sometimes it's not until 2200 at night. That's when you get in your office, you catch up on some emails, answer some phone calls, and that's when you do the administrative work. That's when you not lead by text, because now you're just passing information. The leadership part should not be by text or email or even phone calls, especially if you're in an organization that everyone is within walking distance, close enough to go right next door. Hey, how's it going? This is what I'm thinking about doing on Fridays. Let me get your take on it. Oh, wow. You know what? I never really thought about that. I didn't think about that part. You live it every single day. You know that that's not a good idea. Appreciate your input. Write it down. Go to the next house, next office. Hey, this is what I was thinking about doing on Fridays. I just got with so-and-so. He reminded me that this has to happen on Friday also. What do you think? Leadership 101. Back to basics. Know your people. Marine Corps leadership traits and principles. Know your people, look out for their welfare, right? Never give them a test, and not verbatim, but all it is human interaction, communication, transparency. We use that word. Some people do. Just use the word, but they don't use transparency. Plan in the box. Said that before too. That's the same leader. Has a great idea. This is what I want to see on Fridays. Plan it. You guys do this and you guys do that. And we'll all do this on Friday. Just plan that entire thing in a box. Not asking the individuals that it's going to directly affect. Not asking them their input. Ridiculous. Leadership 101. Back to basics. Football analogy, right? What alignment? What do you got to do, alignment? Hips down, elbows tucked, inside, push out. That's probably been since football was invented. That was a technique for alignment. It's not good today. Why is it still not good today? Yeah, equipment's different, bodies are different, strength is different. You still got to keep your hips low, right? Still got to keep your elbows in. Still got to put your hands out. You still got to do the basics. That's how leadership works. Back to the basics. Lead by example. Set the example. Right? You know those guys. Back when we polished boots, you old timers, we had to polish our boots. You spit shine till you spin all night, perfect boots. Then you go out to formation, and then you can call them out. Why are your boots nasty? Everybody's go shiny boots, shiny boots, shiny boots. Leading by example. Then you don't even have to say it anymore. Remember, we used to iron camis. Press your camis out, spit shine your boots all night, Irish pennant, you're looking all over, fresh haircut, everything is squared away, you even ironed your cover. Boom. You go out to formation, stand in front, you don't have to say a word. They're all inspecting you, right? Platoon sergeant, your whole platoon's looking at you. First sergeant, whole company's looking at you. Sergeant major, whole battalion is looking at you. Leadership by example. Passion. Doing the work you're doing because you want to, not because you're thrust in there. Figure it out, make it happen. It's your passion. That's what makes a good leader. Far and few in between. In the Marine Corps active duty, I saw a ton of it, ton of leaders leading from the front, wanting to be better, not worrying about their own, their selfishness. You don't see a lot of selfishness in the Marine Corps. You got to believe it's in all the services. You don't see selfish people. That's the whole point of boot camp, basic training. That's what they strip from you in Marine Corps boot camp, and I'm guessing OCS too. They strip that of you. That's why you can't say I. They take it out of your vocabulary. This recruit. And that's just, it's not just to mess with you. It's to take that out of your vocabulary. I need to go to the bathroom. This recruit needs to make a head call. That lets the DI know, hey, maybe there's other recruits. Let's all make a head call. Can I get a drink of water? These recruits need some water. Builds that teamwork, gets the I and the me out of your vocabulary. It's amazing. Strip that of you. And then your questions, when am I going to get promoted? So our major, we all have the cutting score. What can we do to better our score so we can get promoted? It's amazing what you can accomplish when you don't care who gets the credit. Thomas Jefferson. Yes, I stole that quote. I didn't make that up. It's amazing what you can accomplish if you don't care who gets the credit. Humble leadership. What I did, this is what I did in combat. And I had a commander one time who kind of did that. And we had a discussion after. How'd you make this area so safe, Colonel? Well, what I did was, no, you didn't do much, really. Your Marines did. So that brief should have went, what we did was our Marines, our weapons company, right, our gunner, name some people. This is what they did to accomplish that mission. How'd you do it, Sergeant Major? I didn't. My Marines did. Come here, you. Come here, Corporal. Tell the gentleman how you accomplished that mission, how you secured that village. They did it, right? Let them get. And a good Marine said, well, my fire team, we went around this side, and then we secured this area, then we called second fire team, and they teamwork. You're not expected to do everything on your own, but it's those insecure leaders, poor leaders, leaders that don't know their job or their department's job that takes that credit. Right? Simple things, simple in your subordinates, your troops, your Marines, your airmen, they will see it right away. They'll see it. They'll see right through you. Then you've lost their respect. Respect goes both ways, right? The simplest one in the Marine Corps we learned from day one, the juniors eat first. You go to the field, you haven't had a hot chow in a while, a hot truck comes, you finally get some chow, line up to the chow line. Privates and PFCs first. Simple, but it's huge. You imagine the first sergeant going to be the first one to eat, gets his tray, sit down, start eating. All right, you guys go eat. Hot wits come. 10 below zero. Yeah, 10 below zero, freezing cold. Hot coffee makes it out to your position. Privates and PFCs. Easy. Simple. If they run out of coffee, guess what? First sergeant, you ain't getting no hot coffee. Suck it up. Who's doing all the work? Those are ones that need the hot coffee, the replenishment, the chow, the hot chow, fill your body up because they're the ones doing the work. You're supervising. You're planning. Yeah, you need chow too. You need water. You need hot coffee. Sure. Take care of your troops. Mission accomplishment, troop welfare. That's the order of Marine. That's in our Bible. Mission accomplishment. Then troop welfare. We all know as leaders, I know everybody on here, your leaders, you take care of your troops, they will take care of the mission. And they'll be happy to do it. They'll love doing it. Right? They'll love to come into work every day. Once you get Marines, sailors, airmen, coasties, Once you get people that don't love coming into work every day, you have done something wrong. Marines trying to get out of your unit. I want to transfer. You've only been here 6 months. You can't leave yet. If they're looking to get out of there before their time is up, you've done something wrong. If your attrition is very high, coming and going, you have done something wrong, and it's time to change. Changing is low. A very proud moment of mine as a sergeant major. 5 first sergeants. The sergeant major, 3-3, had 5 first sergeants. Every one of those first sergeants, after that deployment, got selected for sergeant major. All on their merit. Everything that they did and they proved to do and they did for our battalion, every one of them got promoted to sergeant major. Good odds. It's the teamwork, the leadership within, the back and forth, the asking them. Again, the simple question. This is what I'm thinking. And I come up with some crazy ideas as a sergeant major. You can ask some of those guys. Big O, where you at? I would come up with some off-the-wall stuff, and they would put me right in check. Sergeant major, all due respect, that's a dumb idea. And as a good leader, it sounded so good to me. That's the problem. People think that they have the solution, the best answer for the end product that they want to get. Leadership 101. Please, leaders, action, not position. So I used to go on, when I would go on patrols with the boys. While I'm on your patrol, I'm a rifleman. If I'm moving too slow, tell me, hurry up, Cece. Get up there, cover that flank. You got this, eyes on. Talk to me like a Marine and make sure I'm doing what you expect me to. You're the team leader. You're in charge. Don't not give me something because of my position. That was the same on the football field too. Complete opposite reasons. Well, no, same exact reasons. On the football field, and I played as a sergeant major on the unit team. They're like, come on, sergeant major, get in there. You can get it. Hey, now you just put a target on my back. All right, our battalion commander played, lieutenant colonel. He said, don't ever call me sir when we're suited up. Our armor is a football gear. Don't let them know I'm an officer. They're going to want to kill me no matter where the ball is. Same in combat. Be that team player. 100%. Lead by example. All right. What do you got going on over there, producer? Busy at work. We got some trolls. Come on. Where's the hammers at? Bust them out. Carl's on it. Appreciate you, Carl. I'm going to change that wrench to a hammer. Band wrench. That's nice. And seriously, why? I don't even want to talk about trolls. Again, they're like bullies. I have bullies in high school. So tell the kids, bullies are people that are unhappy with their own life. They got nothing better. That's how the trolls are. You're mad at your dad, not me. keep moving. Insecure people that need to find something else to do. It's the equalizer. Right? I had this great idea about, all right, this is all producer, and I've used it many times. It makes so much sense. It's the equalizer. You know, people are doing good, right? But a Marine is just kicking butt and taking names, meritoriously promoted. He's a sergeant, he's going to sergeant score, #1 grad. She is just killing it, he or she. That Marine is just doing awesome. To get up to his level is hard. You got to do everything he's doing or more to meet him at his level so you guys can be equal, and then you got to keep fighting. It's great competition. That's what Marines are best at, right? Trying to outdo each other. However, you get some not so stellar performers, and it'd be much easier. Man, I'm trying. I can't get up there. I can't reach to the same level as him. So let me just try and break him down, bring him back down to my level. Right? That's where rumors and BS comes from, and sabotage something to make him look bad. So now he's down here in your level again. That's the equalizer. That's our trolls. Well, you got trolls on there. That's all they're trying to do. I'm mad at you. Don't be mad at me. Just get better. Work harder, right? Come to my level. Right? It's lonely up there. Get to those stellar, again, meritorious. I would see those 12-year first sergeant. How'd you get it in 12 years? You probably kissing so much, but you earned it. I don't be mad at him. He busted his butt and got to where he is out of merit. That's been a buzzword recently as well. So watch out for those equalizers. Keep working. Make them earn it. Make them get up there at your level. Happens. There's some people out there that will just rather bring you down instead of building their own self up. Great analogy. And again, it's something to look out for it. Look out for it and keep moving. Don't let them hold you back. Don't let them stop you. You got this. I've seen a whole bunch of green names on there. I love it. Love it. We appreciate you guys purchasing those memberships for those people. Jake, Stacking, you're still on here. Do you have to be a member to receive a membership? A subscriber. Do you have to be a subscriber to receive a membership? Stacking, we look out for that. See, that'd be interesting. I would tend to believe that you should be a subscriber to receive a gifted membership. Or one of you that received a gift of a membership, were you a subscriber already? I guess they can answer that. What did Richard Bridges sharing?
He said in boot camp we learned that we, the enlisted, take care of our own. OCS, it was us, officers, against them, enlisted. That was BS. I stuck to the first set of rules.
So interesting. Yeah, I like that. I like that, and I think it's factual. We had a discussion, the producer and I, the other day. So enlisted Marines are taught to take care of your own, right? And there is a division. I don't care how you say it. It was always like enlisted against the officers. As a young Marine, right? Again, once I started maturing, right, you moving up the chain of command, getting promoted, and having relationships with the officers, learn it's teamwork up there at the staff NCO level. That's when you're a platoon sergeant, he's a platoon commander. You develop. It's not you are on one team, so it takes some maturity and it takes some time. All the way up first sergeant and a company commander, sergeant major, battalion commander, division commander, regimental commander. It is more of a relationship, and it is truly one team. You work together. But in boot camp, they do teach you that you got to take care of your own. OCS, I'm guessing the same thing. You're in charge. You need to make sure you do this. You're it. They better listen to you. They're going to listen to you. And it sort of feels like, I don't care what you say, I'm in charge. Those are officers that I think don't go very far or don't have a very successful career. Once they learn that it is teamwork and you need your senior enlisted, you need all your enlisted to be successful, I think it becomes much more of a working relationship. And I'll tell this one story, is pretty funny. And not officers, all officers think this way. Again, I learned later in life. We're going on Liberty somewhere. And so we got to change over into civies. I don't remember where we were. We were someplace not on our home base. And as we change over into civies, and which is pretty funny sometimes when you see Marines in civilian clothes for the first time, because whether they're from California or Texas or Alaska, you know what I mean, Hawaii, you see all different kinds of civilian clothing. But that's them. That's their personality. That's what they grew up. Just because you're from Hawaii and you get stationed in Texas doesn't mean you should be wearing cowboy hat and boots and jeans. You go with what you're used to and where your culture is. So it's funny. I love seeing Marines in civilian clothes. You can get a sense, oh, that's why you are the way you are as a Marine. Pretty funny. And yeah, so we're getting ready to go on Liberty, getting on the Liberty bus, and we told our lieutenant, like, sir, really? You're wearing khaki pants and a belt and your shirt's tucked in. You got a polo shirt and you're looking all fresh and fly. We're going to the bars. He's like, we put on some jeans, bro. Put on some jeans, some shorts. Let's go. Let's have a good time. He's like, jeans? Officers don't wear jeans. I was like, oh man, there it is. There it is.
It's from Ray.
What is from Ray?
Another 10 memberships.
Big Ray. Appreciate you, brother. 10 memberships. 10 gifted memberships. Awesome, brother. Appreciate you. Once again, you guys are amazing. Truly amazing. Man, I love it.
Jake got one. Yay.
Jake got one. Jake Awesome from Texas. All right.
Also to
Carrie Ann Marie Potts. You got one too. Love it. Love it. This is awesome.
That's awesome.
More and more green names. You guys are amazing. Love it. Carrie Ann Marie Potts. Love you. Did you see my reply to yours? You asked where we're going to put it. Jenny, we got to do some rearranging here. I'm going to get that new Semper Fi My Friend metal. Amazing piece of art from A&C Metal Works.com. Check them out. Remember, those of you who did join us late or after A&C Metal Works, watch the short on the unboxing of the Semper Fi My Friend metal work logo. It's truly amazing. I'll get it up on the wall soon after this little break, but that is from A&C Metal Works. Mike Laycook, he's on the channel. He should be working right now. He's offering 10% off. If you order from him and mention SFMF, he will give you 10% off any product that you order. So check it out, A&C Metal Works. So yes, good question, Carrie Ann Marie Potts. Where are we going to put it? Again, I might have to move the TV out or move one of the kids out. I don't know. We're going to make room for that baby. It's awesome. Love it. What rant was I just going on? Who knows? Who knows? You guys are amazing. Appreciate you. I was talking about the civilian clothes, that officer. Double tap. So when you say double tap, like and subscribe if you haven't already. Double tap it. I see a big 75 up there. Is that what it is? 75 likes so far. On a Wednesday night, late start. We had a rough start. We had a rough start when we started this one. We'll delete those two beginnings. I was trying to teach you how to read lips is what we were doing. That was the leadership tool of my speaking. So you can read lips. What was I just saying? Oh, so the civilian clothes. This again, let me know a little bit more about OCS. And again, I learned more later. We had Master Sergeant Moreno on the show one time. He was a sergeant instructor for OCS. So again, not the norm, or maybe it was the norm, but this lieutenant said, officers don't wear jeans. That's for the enlisted. I was like, oh, God, this guy's going to be a headache throughout. He's going to pull that throughout. And I know they told him you got to dress the part and you got to be professional 100% of the time. There's times for that, sure. And even liberty incidences or inappropriate civilian attire. Just by sheer numbers, there's so many more enlisted than there are officers. You can easily say, oh, it's always enlisted getting in trouble, not wearing appropriate civilian attire. And just again, because there's 90% enlisted and 10% officers. So again, not a fair equation. But I do believe that officers do hold that in a little higher regard. Marines are still young, especially the teenagers, the young Marines just get out. They still want to wear their ACDC cut off the sleeve t-shirt and their jeans and getting some. Officers that like that's over for you. You can't do that anymore. The officers that have the intestinal fortitude to be themselves, good officers. Don't fake the funk. If you again, we're all going out, we're going to the beach, and you're in your khaki pants and loafers and the webbed belt or even a web belt, and you can't let your hair down, then you got a problem as well, right? You got to keep it real. Be yourself, right? Professional, set an example, taking care of your Marines, but also be yourself. So we got a kick out of that. We really did. And of course, we made fun of that lieutenant for a very long time. Officers don't wear jeans. Those are for enlisted. Come on, buddy. Get with it. Very fortunate. I had a very fortunate career. I can't think of like an officer that we just couldn't get along with, couldn't figure it out. I take it back. We did have one in Desert Storm, but he was removed. Right? He all of a sudden he just wasn't around anymore. Had some hard-headed ones um, that took a little longer than the others to kind of figure it out. We can help you succeed as a boot lieutenant. That's what your platoon sergeant, your senior enlisted advisor, is for. Let him or her work for you. Right? Allow them to do their job. It's give and take. Same. You could have a lieutenant. You could have a bad staff sergeant, right? A bird that is just somehow, some way got promoted to staff sergeant. He was thrust in that position. So it definitely works both ways. Once you get that enlisted guy that just can't take a lieutenant being in charge. He's been in the Corps 2 years. He's 24 years old and he doesn't know what he's doing. You get those buttholes as well. So give and take. And again, blessed that they never had something that we couldn't work out over the course of my career. Great officers, great warrant officers, great senior enlisted. Tell you that, Master Guns, one time I was yelling at the Marines are supposed to be in formation. I said 5:30 PT formation. I get to the warehouse. Excuse me, they're not all out in formation because it was raining. I go out to formation, look at my watch, it's 5:30. No one's in formation. I said, okay, good. Oh no, it wasn't PT. They're in camis. It was just a morning formation. I get out there. They're not outside in formation. They're inside the warehouse to stay out of the rain. So I said, okay, very good. You're all UA for formation. Take your freaking blouses off, empty your pockets. We're going on a boots and utes run. And I was still new to the unit. It was like, I couldn't believe that that's what they did. They weren't in formation because it was rain. So I dogged them. I kind of, it was IRA. And I look in the back, I'm thinking, crap, I got like 4 master sergeants and a master guns. I can't make them do any of this. I'm the new boot first sergeant, frock that wasn't even getting paid to be a first sergeant yet. And I looked and I saw that they were taking their blouses off and emptying their pockets. I'm like, man, God bless you guys for being a part of the team. And I did as a good Marine. I walked back there to where they were in the back of the formation. I said, hey, Master Guns, you don't have to go on this run. I'm part of this team too. He was all about it. The master sergeants, they weren't as happy, but they all did. Teamwork, right? The company commander, he was starting to, I said, sir, please give me about 30 minutes with these guys. Absolutely. Chief Warrant Officer, great dude, great company commander. That's the relationship you want to have with your team. I didn't tell them go for a run. Took my blouse off, emptied my pockets, and we went on a little run. Leadership 101. Come on. If you don't have it, figure it out. How do you figure it out? Ask somebody. Be transparent. No secrets. Hold yourself accountable. Accountability. Don't get me started on accountability. Injustice. One of our leadership traits. Justice. Injustice is a wrong person in the wrong job not doing his job. That's an injustice, and something needs to be done about it. Someone needs to be held accountable. It's basic. I don't think it's that difficult. All right. You got me on that leadership thing. Maybe I got me on that leadership thing, but I'm working with it right now. I'm working through it right now. A lot of green names up there. I love it. Absolutely love it. Ductus exemplo, Richard Bridges. Amen. That's the officers, right? That's in OCS, right? I've seen that on T-shirts. The officers, that's what they live by. Your core, my core, motivate me, so major. Yes, David Bryant. Richard Bridges, Ductus exemplo. In fact, we had a lieutenant that when we were making company shirts, he asked, "Can we put that on there?" Good officer right there. I want Ductus Exemplar one. That's what the OCS he didn't force us. He explained it to us, gave a little period of instruction on it. Can we add that to our company shirt? Absolutely. 100%, sir. Thanks for your input. We love it. They still starch covers and utilities. David Bryant. You're not supposed to. And the new camis, it'll take away the NVG aspect of the. So no. And to answer your question, I don't think so. I still press mine out. I do starch my cover, starch the hell out of my cover. And I want that. The camis are, and depending on your geographic location, you starch and press your camis in Okinawa. As soon as you walk outside, poof, that's gone. Right. So it's waste of time, waste of money. And that's why we got away from that. Waste of money and waste of time. So the new camis don't need, or they don't hold a good starch like the old woodlands do. Remember them babies? You can cut your finger on some of them creases. You get Mama San to heavy starch, Mama San. You couldn't even walk, right? You have to break the starch just to move. Try and roll them sleeves. But no, boots are suede and camis don't get pressed. But I do iron my cover, and I will put some starch on my cover. All right, man. Are you doing all that?
Yeah, you're way back there. That's why.
Oh, it's not moving as fast. So I'm reading some old stuff. Yeah, maybe we should just stop reading it. Wow, moved way ahead. See, Carl, glad to help in any way. Carl, huge help, brother. Appreciate you. 100%. Everyone. Great show. Thank you all for being here. Again, I don't know where our time was at. I went on a couple tangents. Thank you for your patience and listening to me. I didn't read a lot of comments. Hopefully we can, you have one, figure this out, but hopefully we still got the same level of motivation. And we clearly did. All you generous, motivating people out there, love you all. This has truly been amazing. Talked about a lot. A&C Metal Works. Again, that was our feature tonight. 10% off. 10% off when you order from Mike Laycook. Mention SFMF. He's got your back. He's out probably in the shop right now working his butt off. Memberships, again, so many gifted tonight. Really excited about seeing the total on those. Tier 1 right now is all we have. One tier, $199 a month. 3 months, your icon color changes, and we're going to get on that and come up with something real cool for that. No Sunday. No Sunday live. It's Wednesday right now. No Sunday live. No next Wednesday live. The next live will be Sunday, the 16th. Shopify, myshopify.com. Help me. SFMF merch.myshopify.com. Boom. SFMFmerch.myshopify.com. Stickers, hoodies, t-shirts, get on there. Again, we have a list of items, merch that we're going to put on there. Coins, right? David Bryant. Was that David Bryant? Cups, right? I told you I personally made this one. Just had to order some stickers. She wouldn't give me one. And I just put on an old coffee cup, and I tag some stuff. You know what I mean? Got to represent. SFMFmerch.myshopify, .com. Once we get our battle rhythm, and you can see we're a busy family, man. We're a busy family, but we are going to get a battle rhythm soon. You can't live without a good battle rhythm. Again, appreciate y'all. Check the community page. Look for some shorts, and we'll see you February 16 live. We might pop in and out, so put your notifications on, like and subscribe. We'll see y'all very, very soon. Semper Fi, my friend, and God bless you all. Era. Yeah, she got this.